Ranking the best users in Madden 23. We are back here with another video. Today I'm going to be giving you guys my top 10 user defenders in Madden 23. Now right before I do go on ahead jump into the number 10 spot, I do want to go ahead shout out the comment of the day. Now at 10 and 9, this is what I refer to as the linebacker tier. If you user linebackers, want to user linebackers, these are the only two I really think that should be on your field. At number 10 is going to be Derek Brooks, and I could have put like some more like safeties on the list, but I really feel like the top 8 are people that are actually like really like goated users, and these guys are just the best linebackers. I wanted to include them over just some really like not that great safeties. But at 10, Derek Brooks, 90 speed, 89 excel with 87 agility, 84 change of direction. These stats really aren't that great. He's 6 foot, pass coverage arc, decent finesse moves, decent block shed, decent impact blocking. He has 90 man and 90 zone, so that makes me not want to user him as a linebacker. But you know, for the most part, when you are using linebackers, there's most of the time 2 of them in the box that you would user. So potentially Derek Brooks is one of your linebackers. He has the big hitter tray on yes. I love that for users. I also prefer having strip ball on yes as well. I feel like that helps with the peanut punches, and I always go for peanut punches. But the main reason why he's even on the list, or why you should use him at linebacker, is lurker for 0 AP. That's really where his value lies. It makes him, in my opinion, the best linebacker in the game. 90 speed, 89 excel isn't even really like the top end stats in the game, but 90 man and 90 zone for a linebacker really is. Combine that with the 0 AP lurker, think he's overall the best linebacker, but don't think he's the best user linebacker. And that's because at number 9 we got Isaiah Simmons, who's 6'4", 93 speed, 92 excel, 90 agility, 91 change of direction with 87 play rec. Not great like impact blocking, but decent block shed. Has 84 man, 92 zone. So his man coverage being a little bit lower is why I would prefer to user this card over Derek Brooks, because he doesn't really have like the intelligence stats, but he's 6'4", 93 speed, 92 excel. Imagine if this card was a strong safety. How many people would just like absolutely love the card? He doesn't have the big hitter tray on yes, doesn't have strip ball on yes, but again, he's 6'4", 93 speed. If we come down to his abilities, lurker for 1 AP, again, pretty good value. You're gonna need to put that on him so he can animate. But yeah, I think like speed, excel, all that stuff really favors Isaiah Simmons. That's why I would user him over Derek Brooks, but I really love that Derek Brooks for 0 AP lurker. Now the top 8 I feel like are all like very top end users in the game. At number 8 right here, I'm gonna have Sammy Knight. Sammy Knight is 6 foot, run support arc, 90 speed isn't like top end, but 94 excel is actually the best acceleration in the game for a safety. And in my opinion, I think acceleration matters a lot more than speed this year. He has 88 agility, 87 change of direction with 91 play rec, 71 man, 93 zone. Those stats really don't matter for a user, but he has some decent in the box stats like 88 block shed, 85 impact blocking, and he has the big hitter trait on yes with strip ball on yes as well. The 2 traits I want to see on yes for a user. And what I also really like on him is crusher for 0 AP. I feel like a lot of times people do bounce off of Sammy Knight's hit sticks. I would know he does get Dolphins Kim, use him on a Dolphins team, but getting crusher for 0 AP, potentially you get the fatigue on like receivers that run drags over the middle or running backs when they hand the ball off. I really like that. And for 0 AP, you can't really complain about a 0 AP ability. Now at number 7, I'm gonna have DeSean Elliott. Now this is a little bit interesting because he either swaps place with like Sammy Knight, or he's even potentially at the number 4 spot for me. So DeSean Elliott, he's 6'1", so pretty good height, zone arc. What he needs to happen is the Lions get a sack and him get 7 tackles, and then he's absolutely insane. Because if that happens, he'd be 91 speed with 95 excel, 87 agility, 86 change of direction with 88 play rec, 83 man, 93 zone. Not the best block shed impact blocking in the world at all, and no big hitter on yes, has strip ball on yes, but I like the 6'1". I would like the 91 speed with the 95 excel, because he would take Sammy Knight's place as the highest excel safety in the game, and also he's 1 speed point faster, so that really just helps his movement. And we come down to his abilities, pick arts for 1 AP is really nice to have as well. Now at number 6, I'm gonna have Nolan Cromwell. Nolan Cromwell, 6'1", 200 pounds, 91 speed, 90 excel, 89 agility, 93 change of direction, all really balanced. Now this is why I'm kind of like iffy on him being like a top end user. It's because his other stats are so good, like 89 play rec, 90 man, 90 zone, 87 press. I believe you can get the play rec up to 90 pretty easily, so him hitting 90 zone and 90 man as a safety, not too common. So you really want to take advantage of that with manning him up on people, with playing him in a like true zone. That's why I'm not like that high on him being a user, but he can do it, and he can do it really, really well. No big hitter on yes, no strip ball on yes, but he does have pick artist for 1 AP. But once again, his abilities are also why I think he's not like his best role isn't as a user, like getting deep out zone KO for 1 AP. He can play a lot of like important parts on your defense. Now, a card I still love at number 5, I'm gonna have Bam Bam Cam. I know he's not the fastest, I know, but he's 6'3" still, 89 speed, 91 excel with 85 play rec, 85 man, 91 zone. So again, like at this point, like these stats aren't really like tippity top end for safeties, and he's not the fastest. Playing him in the box would be really, really nice. Again, he's 6'3", so he has the height, and he has the big hitter trait on yes, has strip ball on yes as well. And I feel like Cam Chancellor lands a ton of big hits. Not the best block shed in the world, but pretty good impact blocking. Coming down to his abilities, doesn't really get anything that I'm like, yeah, I would really want to run that. Like Enforcer for 1 AP, Secure Tackler for 1 AP doesn't really like move me at all, and I wouldn't really run the X Factor either. So I'd really run him without any abilities, just play him in the box, land a bunch of big hits. Now we're in the top 4. I think the top 4 take a next step up. So at number 4, I have Brian Dawkins. Brian Dawkins is great, man. 6 foot height, so one of the shorter players on, I think he might be the shortest player on the list. Might be wrong on that, but 92 speed, 90 excel with 89 agility, 92 change of direction, 89 play rec, 87 man, 94 zone. Him not hitting 90 man is really what I'm like, okay, he might be better as a user, and has some really good in the box stats as well with 87 block shed, 81 impact blocking, has the big hitter trait on yes, has strip ball on yes. And if we come down to his abilities, what I love, Enforcer for 0 AP on your user, talking about someone that's gonna land a ton of big hits. Like, he has the big hitter trait on yes, 94 hit power, and pretty good tackling as well. So I think that is really, really nice. Now at number 3, I'm gonna have Derwin James. You could flip-flop him and Brian Dawkins, and I don't think you're wrong, but Derwin James, a little bit taller, 6'2" height, 91 speed with 91 excel, 90 agility, 88 change direction, moves pretty good, 89 play rec, 89 man, 91 zone. So potentially you could get his man up to 90. So maybe you would rather user Brian Dawkins than Derwin, because again, Derwin's someone that, you know, the 90 man, 90 zone, not really too common for safeties in this game. Not the best in the box stats either, but if we come down to his traits, big hitter on yes, strip ball on no. And for his abilities, Crusher for 0 AP, we already talked about that with Sammy Knight, but also gets pick artist for 1 AP as well. So maybe he's a little bit better not as a user. It's just, would you rather prefer a couple inches of height or like 1 speed point? And at number 2, we're gonna have Isaiah Polamau. I think you could make an argument that this card is the best user, but I'm gonna explain why I think he's not. So 6'4" is absolutely amazing, 91 speed, 92 excel with 91 agility, 88 change of direction. Now this is why I think he's not the best user in the game. It's because he's so important elsewhere. 91 man, 92 zone. Again, I know in this video we're just getting safeties that can get 90 man, 90 zone everywhere, but for the most part, a lot of safeties are not hitting this. And he is someone that is crazy tall. In my opinion, he needs to be matched up with people like the Carmichaels, like the Calvins, try to neutralize those ags. And if we come down to his traits, no big hitter, no strip ball, can get pick artist for 1 AP as well. I'm personally rocking inside shade on him, and I'm saying you take away that receiver out the game, and that's that. So don't get me wrong, love the card. Think you can make the argument for best user in the game, but at number 1 for me, give me Jeremy Chen. Jeremy Chen is ridiculously good, and I'll explain why I think he's just better as a user than he is even like a deep zone safety. So 6'3" height, amazing, 93 speed, 91 excel, 88 agility, 87 change of direction, all amazing, has 90 play rec, 87 man. I do not believe you can get the man up to 90, and for the most part, a lot of times your safety in this year's game is going to be in man coverage, so you want to have like the Isaiah Polamau's and man coverage over like Jeremy Chen. So him as a user is just fantastic. 93 zone as well though is great, and no big hitter trait, yes, no strip ball, but also what I love, pick artist for 0 AP on your user is phenomenal, man. But he also does have a lot of value because of that ability as like a true deep safety. So I think a lot of these cards are just great and you could use them wherever you want. But in my opinion, I think the best user in the game and the one that you're not losing value on usering when he could be playing elsewhere is going to go ahead and be Jeremy Chen. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments though. Let me know what safeties / linebackers I left off the list that you think should be on it. If you did enjoy the video though, want to stay up to date with the best cards in Madden 23, make sure to go ahead and hit that like like button and subscribe. If y'all want to see me use some of these cards live though, check the links in the description, hit that Twitch with a follow. We've been grinding the streams over there, so I would appreciate that. If you don't feel like heading over to the Twitch right now, you guys want another video to watch, check this one out right here. I ranked all the Harvest Part 2 cards.